Hey everybody, how's it going, man? This is the very first live version of Modern Day Leper. Imagine that. So, I wanted to talk to you guys about something that I think is very important. And on this first live version of Modern Day Leper, I want to discuss with you one of the core problems that I hear a lot. I take a lot of calls, I talk to a lot of people, and we always seem to get around this type of conversation when we start talking about, of course, relationships, male female relationships. And we will always have these issues. It's not that having these issues is a bad thing. We have to know how to handle these issues when they come up. So I got a letter from a lady named Amy, and Amy has gotten in contact with me 3 or 4 times. And I told Amy that I would get back with her, that I would help her solve this situation that has been plaguing her and tagging her and just been driving her crazy concerning her boyfriend, Tim. Tim is 33 years old. He's a registered person. Amy is 24 years old and she has a 3-year-old son. That's where we're going. And so, of course, there is a great person in this story as well. His name is Benton. Benton is Amy's father. He is an old school, just a regular OG, to put it mildly. He's just a regular, hardworking guy. He believes in family. He believes in loyalty. He believes in working hard. He believes in being honest. He believes in protecting his family. He's a no fluff type of guy. He just tells you the way it is. Because he's an old school type of guy, he's just flat. And when he found out that the guy that Amy was involved with was a registered person, he hit the ceiling. Now, before we get started, I really want to let you know that I've been battling this little bit of cold. I've been running around outside and it's been rainy and I've got a little bit of a cough. So we just kind of overlooked that, but I did want to say it in advance. I got a little tea over here that I've been sipping and I'm just going to keep it moving. So if you see me sip the tea, it's all good. So here we are with this situation. Tim believes that he and Amy should be allowed to be together. That Benton should just get out of the way. That he should just go and mind his business and leave them alone. Now, I've been dealing with these issues a long time. I might have had over 100 conversations on just this issue. And we never put ourselves as the registered person in the shoes of the person who is the protector. And so we have to think about that. If this were our daughter, or if this were our sister, or if this were a family member of ours, how then would we react? Say your sister comes home and tells you her new boyfriend is a big drug dealer. How would you feel? How would you feel if your little sister comes home and tells you that the guy she's dating just got out of jail for robbery? What if she says he just got out of jail for attempted murder? How would you feel? And then you have to understand that all of these cases I just mentioned, registered people are seen worse than those. They see us worse than the drug dealers, worse than the thieves, worse than the carjackers. And she comes home and says, my new boyfriend is a registered sex offender. Now imagine this is your daughter, your child. And she tells you that she's in love with a man who's a registered person. He's a registered person. And you want to be with this person. How would you expect that person to react? Do you think that person should just get out of the way and let you guys just have it? Should he be heard? In the eyes of a registered person, is his concerns valid? Or do you just want the girl? As a registered person, we all know how hard it is to find relationships, to get around the stigma, to get around the negativity, to get around the whispering, what they think you're thinking, how to handle you around children. All of these things. And then you find yourself attracted to a young lady who's also attracted and in love with you. And she is absolutely beautiful. And now you feel like, I can't lose her. I can't lose this. And I'm going to fight anyone who tries to take her from me. These people should just scamp on up the road. This is our thing. This is our relationship. This is our household, our family. And so we have to understand that all of these things in the mind of the registered person who has finally got this wonderful girl. But we cannot forget one thing. She has a child. And when the original child's father left, who was there? Benton, her father, her anchor. Who was there when the bills needed to be paid before you came on the scene? Benton, her father. Who heard her crying night after night about some lousy, terrible guy who's a deadbeat dad? Benton. And who had to come out of his pocket to pay her bills and make sure that his grandson was taken care of? Benton. And now you come on the scene and you think Benton should just beat it. Not gonna happen, my friend. And you have the wrong attitude. And as a registered person myself, I'm telling you, you don't keep the girl by running off her father. She's been wanting to please this man all her life. She's been looking up to this man all her life. And now you come along who is doing well, who is making strides, who loves her dearly, and she loves you too. But you have to understand, you cannot rebuild a family that's already built. You have to come and fit into the system that's already there. And once you fit into the system, then you can modify the system. You can't modify the system from the outside. You have to fully integrate into what's already going on. And right now, the anchor of that family is her father, Benton. That's the man you need to respect. That's the man you need to make sure that you're trying to show that you are a good man. You cannot come into a situation and think you're Benton. That's like a private going up to a colonel. So I wonder why you won't take orders from me. Are you serious? You're not proven yet. You're seeing things from your perspective and you don't have a perspective yet. Her father already knows what's going on. He already knows how much money he spent. He already knows that she's going to come crying to him. He already knows that. He knows her better than you do. So let's get to the meat. If you want this woman and you love her, Tim, like you say you love her, stop playing tug of war with her. Stop making her feel like the rope that you and her father is pulling back and forth. Let go of your end of the rope and realize that there's more going on than just you. She has a 3-year-old child. And that 3-year-old child is non-negotiable. He must be taken care of. He must be loved. There must be boundaries dealing with that child. And Benton is making sure that those boundaries are kept. In the Bible, Jesus asked the Pharisees and the sons of Abraham, if you guys are from God, then you should realize that I'm from God. In other words, if you love her, then you should understand that Benton loves her too. If you want what's best for her, then you should understand that her father wants what's best for her too. And he's proven. Let's simplify it a little more. How long do you plan on being with this beautiful girl, Amy? And you say, well, I love her. I'm going to be with her forever. Then what difference does it make if you slow down and continue to stay by her side and get in line behind her father, who is the general, who has proven his love for her, and convince him that you do love her and you're willing to take as much time to prove it to him as necessary. We always believe that the father should get out of the way. Who do you think she's going to run to if you decide to leave? It's going to be her father. It's going to be Benton. If something happens with her child, where do you think she goes? To Benton. Because you're not the child's father. And the child's father proved he couldn't handle it and ran off. And do you think Benton is ready to go through all that all over again with the new guy who's probably got a worse charge than the guy that left? The guy that left wasn't a registered person. So at least he had that. You have to understand it's not about you. Tim, it's not about you. She loves you. She wants to give you an opportunity and a chance. That's all she's supposed to do. You have to carry yourself. You have to do the rest. We come off the bottom. We come out of jail. We're on the registry. We trying to get on our feet. And we meet this wonderful girl. It's like, man, how'd I get that? This is good. But insecurity don't hold women. Insecurity will not keep her. Insecurity is not the strength that she needs. A team player is what she needs. She can't be crying every single day about you and her father. She can't go through this every day over and over and over again. Relieve some stress on your side. It would be better if you said, hey, I want to get to know your father. He might not accept me at first, but I always want to let him know that I respect him, that I honor him, that I love his daughter, and I'll do what it takes, no matter how long it takes, to prove it. The story of the Bible of Jacob wanted to marry Rachel, and he worked 7 years to get her, only to find out at the end of the 7 years, the father ended up giving him the older daughter, Leah. But he wanted Rachel so bad that he continued to work another 7 years because to him, it's all the same. I'm never going to leave her anyway. It's about staying on the path. If you love Amy, what difference does it make what you have to do to please her and make her happy and win her in the end? How much more respect would she have for you then? When you tell her, I want to be in your family, I want to love your dad. He might not know me well now, but over time, I can prove to him that I'm a great person. And over time, he stays consistent. And if they believe there should be more boundaries between him and the child, whatever they want, whatever they say. Because at the end of the day, you're only winning when you cooperate. When you make enemies, you will not win. Privates don't go up against generals and win. Take your time, pay your dues, respect him, understand him. That's his daughter and his grandson. You're somebody he doesn't know, but he already knows by your criminal history that you're limited in what you can do, what you can bring to the table. And he sees that limitation on his daughter. Understand what he sees. Understand how he feels. Understand what he's saying and what he's not saying. Don't become insecure. If she loves you and offers you a chance, that's all she can do. She can't be a man for you. She can't be you and her. She can only be her. Stop pulling her. Stop pulling her child. And for anyone that's listening to this, that goes through this or has gone through this, we're all going to go through this if we meet females that we want, and we have to tell them, hey, I'm a registered person. And then she has to give that information to her family. Expect it. Why would you not expect it? It's just a form of maturity. This is what they know. Now show them who you really are outside of that label. I understand, Tim. I really do. I really understand what you're going through. But I promise you, man, this is not how you keep the girl. This is not the way you do that. The way you do it is you continue your studies, you stay in the church, you continue to go to your counseling, you keep your boundaries intact when it comes to her son, and you definitely walk light around her father. Your relationship is with her, and you have to use wisdom. You cannot blow up the house that Benton built. Because if you blow it up, she's going to go right back home to him. You have to prove that you're worthy. And you've already proven that to her. If you hadn't, she wouldn't be dealing with you. So you've already proven that to her. But you're going to have to prove it to Benton. And that's over time. Stay out of his way. But don't give him confrontation. Send him positive energy. Smile when you see him. Understand his position. He loves his daughter. And if you love him too, if you love her too, that should be a place for you and him to have agreement on just that. You know, Timothy, I love my daughter. You should be saying, I understand that. I understand that a father loves his daughter. And I want you to know I love her too. I know we're in agreement on that. And we both want what's best for her. And I'll do whatever that is. But you have to show this man that you're trying to agree with him, that you're trying to work with him, that you're not his enemy. If he sees you as the enemy, you won't last. Continue doing what you're doing that's positive. But I've seen this 101 times, and everybody thinks that the idea is to run the father off. Running the father off is not the answer. You don't run the father off. You help the father build a better foundation for the family to stand on. That's what you do. Okay, my name is Ahmad Blakemore. I am the Modern Day Leper, and I will see you. And before I go, I do want to take the opportunity to say thank you to Benton for talking to me. I appreciate you, sir. Honor and respect to you. You are really one of the original OGs. I understand how you feel. You're just a real man. I learned a lot from you. I enjoyed being around you, talking to you. You just got that energy, bro. And if we were raised with men like you in the house, a lot of us would not have went sideways. So I appreciate your time, your energy, and your love and perspective. My name is Ahmad Blakemore. I am the Modern Day Leper, and I will see you on the next one. And maybe I'll feel a little better then. Bye for now.